They consult an impressive and noteworthy scorecard. You have made history, and no one can deny your contribution to our national development. Your devotion to progressive and democratic governance is unassailable. I stand here today, renewed in hope and dedication to our national greatness. I also feel full of pride that this moment is our moment, and I know what it represents. This stately occasion is proof that Nigeria is vibrant and true democracy. It confirms that our democratic path is right and is right, and nothing will deter us from sticking to it. I assure you. Our way shall not be always smooth, yes. Democracy is rough and tumble, hills and valleys. Yet we are imbued with faith in our purpose and belief in our collective ability to overcome the challenges that confront us. President Bola, you have shown courage and taken tall decisions others avoided. On such decision is to recognize the injustice of annulment of 1993 election, to designate June 12th as a Democracy Day, and to bestow the nation's highest honor on late MKO Abiola. As much as anyone could, you reach back into history to set the record straight and heal the festering wounds. Thank you. The justice you did in this matter lent special meanings to today. The people have put their trust in us. You have done your part, Mr. President. Now, a great duty will descend on me. I understand the meaning of the honor given to me today and the magnitude of the task that awaits. Whether you go to Dara or Nigeria or anywhere, you expect knocks on your doors. We are determined, as enumerated, on security, economy, agriculture, jobs, education, health and power, and in all sectors. We must make headway as you've charted the course. The people deserve no less. You said so. I shall not disappoint you. Thank you.
you, Mr. President-elect. Thank you so much. Standing on existing protocols, Mr. President-elect has said it all. If you're looking for a thinker and a strategist, is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Gcfr. He said a lot to us today, and we're happy to hear him speak. He talked about the renewed hope for a better Nigeria. I summarize all that he has said today with those words: the new hope, a renewed hope for a better Nigeria. One short quotation I got from him, because we're conscious of time and we need to quickly wrap this up for some other engagements. He said, and I quote, "I understand the magnitude of the national honors accorded me today and the task ahead." End of quote. And when he was saying that, something reminded me of what he did in Lagos State as our governor for the tourism, culture, and the creative arts industry in Nigeria. I was Director General Tourism then, and so we went to Lagos State to meet with him. And he told me and my entourage, I must promote this sector, not only for the betterment of my state, as the most cosmopolitan state in Nigeria, but for the betterment of the Nigerian nation. And so we came up with a Black Heritage Festival that became a tourism icon for Lagos State for all the years he was there, and all other governors that came after him continued promoting the Black Heritage Festival as the tourism product of the state for Nigeria. I think we should give him a round of applause. It shows his depth of foresight and creativity. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming towards the tail end of this program. Just before I call on our number one citizen, Mr. President himself, I want to prepare our minds that immediately after Mr. President speaks, we wouldn't want him to go through the bother or the pain of going back to sit down again. We will be taking the photographs immediately. So while he stands by the podium, those that have been enlisted to join him for the photographs will be called. We have it on the program, but we've also been given the latitude as masters of ceremony for myself and Femi Additional to put our heads together and include some people that must be there. Because when we're looking at the list, there were some people omitted. And I recall yesterday, the council did say, MCs, use your discretion. Don't leave anyone out. So with the list you have, we want Senator Abdullahi Adamu, Chairman APC, to join when we get to the assignment of the photographs. Professor Ibrahim Gambari, the Chief of Staff to the President, to join. Chief Bisi Akonde, former Osun Governor. Chief Shegun Oshoba, former Ogun State Governor, and other governors here present to join. We will get to that in a few. Now to listening to the father of the nation, the gentleman that have done his best in the past 8 years to evolving a better Nigeria. Some love him for it, some hate him for it. But by God's grace today, he's still standing and standing tall. Let's give him a round of applause. He is standing by God's grace and standing tall. And what readily comes to my mind is summarizing, as I invite him, summarizing the words of the Greek philosopher, which relates to his vision and the vision of the incoming president. And the philosopher says, and I quote, "I must pass this way but once. The good I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, nor neglect it, because I may or may not pass this way again." If I read the minds of our incoming president-elect, those are his words. When I read the mind of Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari 8 years ago, even when he featured on my television show, those were his words. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as I call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our own Muhammadu Buhari.
Thank you. Please sit down. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President, President-elect and spouse, Vice President-elect and spouse, the President of the Senate, Speaker of the House of Representatives, my dear wife, executive governors here present, members of the National Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the Diplomatic Corps, service chiefs and Inspector General of Police, heads of security and intelligence agencies, traditional rulers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I stand before you today to confer national honors on the President-elect and Vice President-elect, His Excellency Kashim Shettima. This ceremony marks a significant milestone in our nation's democratic journey as we inaugurate a new administration that will lead Nigeria towards greater progress and prosperity. I extend my warmest congratulations to the President-elect and his well-deserved victory at the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. The Nigerian people have recognized your leadership qualities, political acumen, and passion to serve our great nation, and have entrusted you with the burden of governing our beloved country. I have no doubt that Nigeria will continue to thrive and achieve new heights under your leadership. You are the best candidate in the elections, and Nigerians have chosen wisely. I equally extend my congratulations to the Vice President-elect. Your wealth of experience in governance, your unwavering commitment to the well-being of the Nigerian people, and your exemplary leadership during challenging times as Governor of Borno State has made you a deserving candidate for this position. I have full confidence that you will serve our nation with uttermost dedication and integrity. In accordance with the Honors Award Act 1963, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, Presidents, Heads of State receive the honor of Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Gcfr, while the vice presidents are awarded the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON. Today, with authority vested in me as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I have conferred the national honors of Gcfr on His Excellency Bola Tinubu, and that of GCON on His Excellency Shettima, respectively. As we celebrate this auspicious occasion, let us not forget the immense responsibilities that come with leadership. The challenges facing our nation are significant, and it is the duty of the President and the Vice President to address them with courage, wisdom, and compassion. We must remain committed to the principles of good governance, transparency, and accountability, as these are the foundations upon which our nation's progress and development rely. President-elect Bola Tinubu, you have a long and illustrious track record of public service, marked by your exceptional achievements in various capacities. Your transformative leadership in Lagos State, where you left an indelible mark in the areas of infrastructure, education, healthcare, and economic development, speak volumes about your dedication to the welfare of the Nigerian people. Your commitment to fostering unity, irrespective of ethnic or religious differences, is a testament to your statesmanship and visionary leadership. This administration, from inception, has faced security challenges such as insurgency, oil theft, kidnapping, as well as corruption, which has eaten deep into the system. With political will and support of many Nigerians, especially our dogged armed forces, insurgency, terrorism, and kidnapping have been reduced to their barest minimum, while corruption has been tackled headlong. Despite the aforementioned challenges, our administration has made economic gains over the years. While acknowledging the turbulent times and global economic meltdown occasioned by world oil crisis and most recently the COVID-19 pandemic, our economy has remained afloat and strong. Our administration commitment and determination in infrastructural upliftment of Nigeria have remained unshaken. The second Niger Bridge has been completed and commissioned. I am happy to say that no administration in Nigeria's modern history has given so much attention to roads like we have done in the last 8 years. In all, we have been able to construct and complete over 8,352.94 kilometers of roads across Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, in spite of the shortfall in the federal government's revenue due to weakness in the global economy that had led to drop in oil revenue, we have touched on all sectors of the Nigerian economy positively. As we celebrate the monumental infrastructural strides achieved by this administration, it is pertinent to acknowledge that these transformative endeavors have not only reshaped our physical landscape, but have also paved the way for remarkable economic outcomes that reverberate across our nation. The link between infrastructure and economic prosperity is undeniable. It is through the construction of roads, railways, bridges, and other critical assets that we unlock the true potential of our nation, leading to better communication, facilitating trade, and propelling economic growth. To avoid a repeat of our 2015 experience, I signed Executive Order number 14 of 2023, which establishes the legal framework for conducting presidential transitions at the federal level. The Executive Order establishes the Presidential Transition Council chaired by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and ministerial transitional teams headed by the permanent secretaries. The primary responsibility of these two ad hoc bodies is to ensure that every piece of information that will help a new administration get off to a speedy start is made available in a usable format and in a timely manner. Today, I am proud to have handed over to you, my successor, Your Excellency Bola Tinubu, three key documents that will guide you as you aim to define a path for your administration. It is my earnest desire that you will find these documents useful, as this will be the first time in the history of this country that such a detailed documentation will be produced for handover to a new administration. I strongly encourage you to uphold this legacy and make experience even better for your successor by the time you are to leave office. It may also interest you to know that apart from these three documents, all the ministries and their agencies have also prepared their handover notes, ready to brief their new political leadership. I want to sincerely thank the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and his team for this great feat. We just witnessed the transfer of a baton of service from me to President-elect Bola Tinubu as part of a symbolic handover for him to continue with the race of advancing our democracy and development. This is a first in the history of our nation's transition process. To preserve this remarkable history for generations to come, I have directed that the baton be preserved in the Presidential History Wing of the National Archives, and I hope that President-elect Tinubu and those after him will build on this tradition. I would like to now express my deepest gratitude to the Nigerian people for their unwavering support and trust throughout my tenure as president. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve this great nation, and I am confident that Nigeria is in capable hands as we embark on this new chapter. I have run a good race. I have finished my course. It is now It is now time for Anara to take up the baton. Once again, I congratulate President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President-elect Shettima on their well-deserved investiture. May the Almighty bless you and guide you in your endeavors to lead Nigeria towards a brighter and more prosperous future. Thank you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Please get seated. Get seated. Those that need to join Mr. President for the photograph, it's on the program, and the names I mentioned earlier: Senator Abdullahi Adamu, APC, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, Chief of Staff to the President, of course, First Lady, the wife of our outgoing President, Chief BC Akonde, Chief Shegun Oshoba. Our President said something very, very germane. He has done the race. He's fought the fight. And he fought the fight still standing, alive and well. We thank God for sparing his life and that of his wife till today. The same for our outgoing Vice President and his wife. This can only be God. God that has spared you till today will spare our incoming President and his wife as well. The same with our incoming Vice President and his wife. Because we know God loves Nigeria. Yes, I want us to stand sideways. I can see my people adjusting. Our eminent people there. Let's stand sideways so that the camera will not cut you off. That is a strategy. Sideways, you are so sure that you will be captured. I can see our Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, doing so well with that. Our First Lady, even our incoming First Lady. It's been a beautiful day. Now the national anthem, we're calling it a close. Cheers to our incoming President. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, 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 hip. Hooray. God bless you all.